And then secondly, what do you do in case of the owner declaring bankruptcy and you've already put money into it, getting ready to sell the property?
So the first question is in reference to alienation clause. So I haven't had that issue. If you're keeping the homeowner, for example, in this example, if you're keeping the homeowner aware of what's going on, then you should be fine. If they are filing a bankruptcy, depending on which bankruptcy that they're filing, there are certain if their bills are caught up on that particular mortgage, then you can ask them to maybe hopefully not include that in their bankruptcy, right? Because everything's consistent. But if a bankruptcy does take place, it's going to affect it. And normally what's going to happen is that, it's not to say you're screwed, but essentially you're going to have to... No, seriously, because, well, Tim may have a different experience. Because you may have to renegotiate if you actually want to keep that property, right? So my best bet for anyone who's doing that is to keep your homeowner aware of what you're doing at all times. And it's really big on that integrity issues.
Deshaun's got a question over here in the back.
A follow-up question for you. Excuse me. Don't you want to have a transaction where the person who's in the house gets out of the house and you take subject to, and then you can go ahead and, sell it to somebody else on your terms, rent it to someone else on your terms? If that owner stays in the house, that's a problem, no?
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Grandma, as nice as she is, in order to pass away before you get the property.
absolutely.
So, but peacefully, come on. I mean,
or move into your brother or your sister's house, or your aunt and uncle's house, while she's alive.
Absolutely.
And then you can do something.
So, if we're subject to, I'm speaking in reference to you acquiring this property as an investor, not as someone who is trying to save someone in a troubled situation, per se. You're helping them out by paying the mortgage, of course. That's going to help their credit over time. But yes, the house will definitely have to be vacant, and that's the beauty with it. Once the house is vacant.
got a question over here in the blue, sir? Yeah.
Just a follow-up on a tax question. IRS does say that. Excuse me. I do prepare taxes, and when you have real estate and rent out part of it, if you are living in the home and you're expecting to take a homeowner's exclusion, all capital gains from the sale of real estate are subject to capital gains tax. And there is an exclusion for you when you live in your own property. But if you've rented out part of the property, that is no longer eligible for the exclusion from capital gains tax. So you're supposed to calculate capital gains tax on that. Now, based on your tax bracket, that might be wiped out, but you do need to go through the calculations to make sure before you don't